Hello all, it is Tease. I hope all is well. Hope all are safe. Um, I want to say mental health is very serious, it's very potent, it's very prominent, and it's on an all-time high. People will think like, oh, okay, oh, mental health, that's just something to laugh at. You don't take it seriously until you're left in a situation to where it's literally life or death. Because once your mind is so powerful that it'll make or break you. Your mind will say, hey, get up and do this, or hey, let's end it here. And I only say that because I myself and people who I know have been in situations where it's like, yeah, things may feel good or appear to be good, but it's not, And people will think like, well, how could you leave or how could you do this? I love you. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, here, there, and everywhere. And when I left my hometown, like my nieces and nephews, they were so devastated. They were, oh, don't leave, because they felt like I was their rock. I was the glue to the family, but I'm just like, being here is literally killing me, So being back at home was detrimental to me, but hurtful to them when I had to leave. But like by me leaving, that's the only way that I was able to survive or to overcome my mental traumas or my mental anguish. Because it's like certain places, and it's like if your mental state isn't right, it's what I'm trying to say is unfortunately love is not going to save you. Love is not going to keep you alive, because you can have their celebrities, their fans love them, you have family who love you, but guess what, that's not keeping them from putting a bullet in their head. And it sounds, I don't want to sound harsh, I don't want to sound insensitive, and I don't want to sound like, well, you're sounding like there's no hope, but the mind is so powerful that love alone is just not enough, and I'm not saying that I was suicidal or anything, but I was just pretty much saying like the love from my nieces and nephews and my family who really wanted me around, that wasn't enough for me to stay and to be mentally destroyed. So I was mentally, if I would have stayed, I would have been brain dead at least. Like it's like once the mind is gone, you're gone. So I only say that because, again, back to the celebrities, you'll feel like, okay, well, your fans love you. You have a wife or husband that love you. Your children love you. Your parents love you. Everyone loves you. But it's like, that's not enough. If your mental state isn't right, or you don't feel that same, not to say that you don't love yourself, but it's like if there's something missing, and it's just not enough, just knowing that people love you, that's not enough. And sometimes it's not the missing piece. Like it's not the love that I'm missing. Maybe it's something within me. Maybe it's something, I don't know. That just makes me think about the celebrities. It's just like, they know people love them. You have the money, the house, the cars, you have the fame, but it's like, again, that is not enough. That did not keep them from putting a bullet in their brain, And I'm just saying that just because we really have to get our mental health in check, because you'll speak to someone, they'll appear to be normal or they'll appear to be happy, but they're not. Your mind is not right. That money, that love, that relationship doesn't mean anything. Even your family. People would dream and hope and pray and would kill for a family or would kill for that love, but sometimes that's just not enough. And I just wanted to make that known to who is ever struggling with mental illness or mental anguish, that there is help out there, but you have to find the help that's best for you. Because they'll say, oh, maybe just talk to someone, or or talk about it, or find something that you like to do. But it's like, if your mind is not right, even having like your favorite things to do, and it's just kind of crazy. It's literally taking me back, because I'm thinking like, well, damn, I mean, I love my family, I love my nieces and nephews, don't get me wrong, but it's like, as much as I love you, I could not afford to stay here and rot away and virtually die because you love me, so it's just like, I don't know, my heart just goes out to anyone who's suffering from that, because I know how potent and I know how prominent it is, especially in these times. It's like things are so hard these days. It's almost like things are impossible. It's impossible for me to make ends meet. Can't seem to do things right. Man, it's terrible. And honestly, at this point, all you can do is pray about it and literally just pray and open your heart and mind for that, to invite whatever it is that's missing within you, or whatever it is that's telling your mind that you can't do it. Because it's definitely, there's something much more powerful that's going on that'll tell you, okay, hey, from here, I'm okay with ending it all here, no matter how I have to take myself out. That's something in your mind that's telling you that this is the final stop, and we are content with doing this. And I just want to say, just before you do it, just think about it, pray about it. Don't do it, and there is hope. There is hope. And honestly, the only thing that I can do is pray for you, because like I say, just being someone to talk to, or someone to listen, or someone to love you, that's just not enough. Even if it's like, dang, I'm stressed out with bills, or stressed out with family, and even if you do find someone who can fix that for you, it's still something that's within you that'll make you feel heavy or worthless. And that's all in the mind. That's very powerful. And we have to get a hold of our mind and our mental state, because we can't allow our mind to be out there floating around. We can't allow our minds to be idle, because like I say, with the mind being so powerful, we can't afford to lose grip or lose control, because then from there that can be detrimental. So I will be praying for anyone who is suffering from mental anguish, because sometimes it takes more than just love or a hug, or even I don't want to sound like, oh damn, what do you want from me? But it's like, people will think like, well, you have people who love you, you have this and that, and that should be enough. And it's not. Like I said, and I keep want to go back to the celebrities and people with money. You got people who they don't have any financial issues. They don't have any issues when it comes to having a relationship. But guess what? Their mind is very troubled. We have to keep our mental state in check. But like I said, just because someone appears to be okay, or they appear to be normal, you don't know what's going on in people's minds. You don't know what's going on, especially in these days and age. Just too much going on in the world, and too much going on in the air, that you don't know what's triggering the mind. So we have to keep a clear mind, stay on the straight and narrow, and pray about it. The only thing that really can help at this point is prayer. Because like, we've tried everything else. Oh, you have the money, you have the family, you have the love, but do you have a prayerful relationship? Are you opening your heart and mind to welcome that healing to your mind? And I've learned, literally, when I pray hard, and I just literally sit back, and you can't just pray just anywhere. You have to go somewhere where it's just you and peace and quiet. Like, you'll think like, okay, I'm just gonna go downstairs. If it's somewhere where it's cluttered, or you just still feel heavy, you got to go somewhere literally where it's like you just feel so relaxed. Go somewhere where you feel so relaxed. Use that place to clear your mind, to where you can let that weight off and just literally open yourself up. And once you open yourself up, then the answers and the treatment will come through prayer. Because like I say, they say go to counseling. That sometimes that's just not enough. I'm not saying reject the love and the attention that people want to give, but sometimes you just have to go to a quiet, zenful place, to where there's no clutter, and you could just literally let whatever that stress is, whatever that heavy feeling is that's on your heart and mind and on your soul, sit back and relax and open yourself up, so you can receive the treatment and receive that missing piece that you need. And again, I will be praying for you, and then please don't give up. Please don't do it. I know it's hard. I really do. Like and then I don't want to get taken back to memory lane, but I'm just like, man, I know it. I see it, and I'm like, man, it hurts me, but I'm just like, you just don't do it. Don't do it. If you need to take a break, take yourself a week or two to go to a quiet place. Like, you got to go out of town, get yourself a room to where even if it's an empty hotel, get something to where you can feel the environment, it feels relaxing. Lay out on the beach for a day or two, whatever it is. Take that stress, take that weight off your shoulder. You don't want your heart and mind and soul holding that weight. So just open yourself up, be open to prayer, and then once you actually clear your mind, then you can release. Like, hey, something is heavy here. I don't like this feeling. I'm ready to give up. Don't want to give up, and I do have people who love me, and they don't want to see me go, but it's heavy. So you have to go to a quiet place to release that burden. Yeah, because man, we don't want to take that route out. You know, that's called taking the easy way out, and that's quote unquote. You know, because really you can't run from your problems and worries. Yeah, you might be tired of this world, and don't get me wrong, this world is very, very, very shitty. Don't get me wrong, but we can't run from our problems. We have to face them. So we want to face those demons in a quiet place. Like I said, if you need a week or 2, 3, even a month, take the time that you need to clear your mind. You let that weight off your shoulders. Let it all out, so you won't have anything holding you back later.